Well, I'm in my model railway room in the attic, and I'm just going to take another video of the model railway because it's got the potential for being slightly damaged. And what's going to happen here in a week's time? As you can see, the roof is simply the covering under the tiles here. So there's virtually no insulation at all. We've always intended to put polystyrene sheeting up there, but I've been convinced to have some foam insulation put there instead. Quicker, easier, done by professionals, and that'll make the place a lot more comfortable to work in the summer when it can get too hot here, and in the winter when it can get too cold. Yeah, I was cold called about this product, the GER Group, and I was convinced by the salesman that this would be a good thing to do, and you can see several of their videos on the website, but it leaves me with a few questions though. Seeing the installation is a week away today, I thought I'd give them a ring and just ask them a few of the questions that I still got about it, and see what their answers are. I've booked an installation of Insulated for a week's time.
For how many weeks' time?
1 week.
1 week.
And I've got a few final questions before things proceed. Could I speak to someone who would be able to give me the answers?
Yeah, I can pass you over to our installations manager who can tell you more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matthew speaking, how can I help?
Oh yes, good morning. I've got an installation booked for a week's time.
Okay.
And I've been looking into the various things on the internet about spray foam installation, and I wonder if you could just put my mind at rest at some of the things I've read there.
Okay.
There's been some terrible examples of a bad installation, and people have had a lot of trouble. If it should go wrong, is there some sort of guarantee in your system?
You're having an open cell isonine product. There's traditionally the polyurethane that sort of started out a few years ago, sets pretty much solid, and is used more as a roof restoration product. The open cell stuff is a more malleable product, so if you need any roof repairs done, it's still able to carry out. But what are your worries?
Well, I did read that someone had a continual fishy smell in the house after it was installed, but
yeah, no, that's polyurethane as well.
I wondered if it was the old system.
It's
Yeah.
a pure. It's a non. I can't think of the word off the top of my head. There's no smell to it at all.
Oh, even during the installation?
It's an inert product.
Even during the installation?
During the installation, as it's sprayed out, there'll be just a slight chemically spray, but nothing stays there. It's an inert finish. Within 45 minutes,
Oh, that's great.
It's gone and set, and there should be no residual smell at all.
Because one of the things I read on one of the videos there was someone couldn't get back into the house for 72 hours or something. That's the old stuff.
Isonine.
Yeah. Oh, it did puzzle me a bit. I had a look at the Insulated website, and they list all their approved installers, and I don't see your firm listed there.
We do use approved isonine installers, sir.
Yeah.
We use two companies that are approved isonine installers.
Oh, I see. You just organise them, and they're the improved installers.
Yes, we're approved. We're an approved isonine sales agent. One of the biggest across Europe.
You're just a sales part of it. I got it. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
We only use approved, fully trained isonine installers.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
Oh yes, when the sales rep came around, he was very... I said, well, I don't think my loft is suitable for your people to work in it because I've got, excuse me, so many storage boxes up there. And he had a look. He said, well, that'll be no trouble. They'll just move them out of the way and put them back again afterwards. I just wanted to make sure that's true because...
Yeah, I mean, basically what the installers are asked to do, I mean, they're asked to, you know, I asked them to do sort of up to sort of half an hour's worth of clearing.
Right.
What they'll do is they'll spray one side, they'll move everything over one side, cover it up in a tarpaulin sheet, spray one side of the loft, take tarpaulin sheet off and move it all back over the other side and then spray the other side of the roof.
Okay.
And then when it's finished, obviously put back to where it was when they first started.
Again, associated with this business of smell, which you showed me there isn't going to be any, I do use that, my attic, as a hobby room.
Yeah.
So there'll be no problem in the future of being up there for a long time.
Lots of people that we spray for, obviously, people have all sorts of stuff up there from sort of sewing and
that's right.
sets and all sorts of stuff.
That's right.
Lots of people. What you will find as well is once the loft has been sprayed, it'll be much more brighter up there, much more pleasant atmosphere up there as well.
That's good.
And a much more usable room.
Good. Yes, the other thing I was going to say, we're booked for the 3rd of October, but we will be away from the house 2 or 3 days before that, so if anyone wants to make contact with us...
Okay. Well, I've got you in the diary for 9 o'clock in the morning next Monday, so
that's right.
as long as that's still okay, I'll just put down as confirmed appointment.
Okay, fine.
All right?
Yes, thank you then.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you next Monday, sir.
Thank you very much,
Have a great week, sir.
Right, thank you, bye. Right, well that should have put my worries to rest, hopefully. I'm assured by the installers that no, that's not the kind of foam they use. It's completely toxic free. So here we go then. Next thing to do is run some wire between these various nails as a support for the inside edge of the sheets. And we'll see how we get on with that. Well, the theory was that the inside would tuck behind the back seam and the rest would fall over this piece of wire. Depends on the blank individual sheet, I fear. That one tucking down behind the back seam doesn't reach the wire. Same down here, but it's only a soft cloth resting on the model railway. Hopefully doing minimum damage. Okay, I think that's all I can do really. Just carry on covering it with a soft cloth. I don't think, I don't know really, never having had this done before, if there's any spray that would settle anywhere. It should settle on these old sheets rather than on the model anyway. Try and cover that there with the back seam over a bit better. Just carry on doing this now. And over here I shall have to remove these little buildings on the horizon. Fix them later. Oh, one to put it down. There's bound to be some sort of damage when you do this sort of thing, but don't break the glass. Oops, the car's gone over the cliff. It should probably be alright. Okay. Alright, the work is progressing. In some cases I've been able to rest on the wire. Other places it just drops down on the layer, but as long as it's not tugged sideways, it should do minimum damage. Now this water tower is quite tall. Certainly the building on the horizon will have to go. I think this water tower, ooh, it's already, so I can do I don't want to completely break the water tower, but that building's got to go over there. Well, there we are, eventually got it all covered. You can't help but do a bit of damage yourself, unfortunately, when you're doing these things. It's going to need some repair in various places. Hopefully this will keep the worst of anything that drops from the process of putting the foam on. bolts come off. I'll have to pack away some of these smaller items too, I think, because they could get knocked or squashed in the process. So there we are. That's preparing the attic model rubbing room for this spray foam. So the model robe itself is protected from any damage, hopefully. The only other two vents are up there, which I've currently got blocked off. But if the side roof vents are blocked, that I can open to let fresh air in as required. And there is one right down the other end of the loft as well, which can easily be opened to let fresh air in if all these little side vents are blocked off. So, be interesting to see later how this loft looks once it's insulated.